Hello, and welcome to Physics Corner, where we sit in a corner and discuss physics. Another exciting week has passed in my physics class, and here we are again to discuss the activities and what I learned in this previous week. Last week we finished up with the interviews. So last Tuesday was the last interview day, and I had my interview that day, and I felt like my interview went very well. It wasn't as intimidating as I thought it would be. It was actually very relaxed. David asked us very basic questions, things we should definitely have learned and had owned, as he likes to say, during the course, the couple weeks of Project 1. And I felt like I did well. I felt like I did understand those things, and that I learned them, and that I did own them. We then are given an opportunity to ask any questions that we may have and to discuss anything that we feel we need to discuss with him. So I like that environment, and I definitely feel that I'm able to tell my knowledge or to explain what I've learned a lot better than I do in a test or on paper. And so I definitely enjoyed the interview. And I enjoyed the opportunity that we do have a one-on-one with him to ask questions and to resolve any concerns that we may have. Also, on Tuesday, my group met and we constructed our balloon launcher. That is part of Project 2, where we are going to we have to build a base to put a balloon launcher on, and then we're going to launch balloons at the teacher. We're going to try and get him wet. He's going to be moving in a certain way, and we've got to launch the balloons in a certain manner. It's so cute. And so my group built that, and it turned out to be a little, I think, bulkier and a little bigger than we thought it would be. But it is very sturdy. We built it out of wood, and the thing is very sturdy. It's not going to move. We are able to shift it, and it's not too difficult. We can pivot it very easily. One person can do it, or you can have one on each side, and it will make it a little faster. We also learned that we do have a little modifications on it. We tested it and it worked, but we need to be able to either vary the angle or keep the angle the same and vary how far we pull it back. We think we're going to try and vary the angle and then just mark how far we pull it back. So we need to come up with some way to mark the distance that we're pulling it back so we can pull it back the same distance every time. So that still needs to be done. But we did get it done. We did get it built, and one of our group members is so graciously storing that in his garage for us, so that was very good. So I'm very excited about that, and that we're moving along and doing very well. On Thursday, we got into the physics, we got back to class, and we started in with the Project 2 physics. We also did a little bit of a review and on graphical analysis. We need to own that. We need to learn that very well, because that is key in physics. We learned how to move up the graph stack and down the graph stack. To move down the graph stack, you use slope, and to move up a graph stack, you use area. We also did some word problems, where we had to, from a word problem, create the motion in the graphs. We had to draw the graphs, all three graphs, using just the wording from a word problem. So that was good to do. It made it a little more practical, and we were able to see how this would be used in a practical purpose. And so that was good. And then also on Thursday we got in and we learned projectile motion. Projectile motion is a very interesting concept. It is where an example that David gave that I really enjoyed is if you were to take a gun and you were to set that gun up and shoot it, and at the exact same time you shot the gun, you dropped a bullet from the barrel of the gun down. Both bullets would hit the ground at the same time. The one you shot out of the gun and the one you dropped from the barrel would both hit the ground at the same time, assuming that the earth is completely flat. And so that was really interesting for me to learn, and we learned that is due to gravity being the same, or gravity affects all things the same no matter what happens. And so gravitational pull is the same with both objects, so they hit the ground at the same time. we still need to learn how to apply that to our project, and exactly how that is going to that knowledge benefit us with our project, I'm not sure, but we will learn that. And so that was pretty much it for this week of physics. It was a good week. I enjoyed it, and look forward to seeing you next time on Physics School.